So here we are now. We have our Roman piazza number 2. I'm using the same technique as before. I'm just going slightly to the left of our first line. Don't be too worried if the colours have to blend together, as we will be blending the colours together anyway in a little bit of a later stage. Just slightly to the left. You can still see both of our colours. Okay, so there we have our second colour, Roman piazza number 2, done in a 45-degree angle next to our Roman piazza number 1. Our Roman piazza number 3, which is the lightest of our 3 colours, it's a beige and off-white, and we're putting it next to our other 2 colours. We have number 1, number 2, and now number 3. There you have number 1, number 2, and number 3. Using your skip trowel technique, which is basically means don't overload your trowel. It doesn't matter if you hit into the other 2 colours, that's fine. You're supposed to overlap the other 2 colours somewhat. What we're looking for is a consistency of colour, a jagged edge, and a 45-degree angle. And plenty of jagged edges. Jagged edges, when we flatten it all down, are really going to give it its textured stone look. Now here's where we've created our V in our stonework, and we'll join it onto that vein there. Very simple. I find with textured stone, sometimes it's the harder you try, the worse it can look. Use your trowel, don't be afraid of it. If you hit into the other 2 colours, it's fine. It's going to be part of our design. Okay, now you have to step back from your work a little, have a look, and now you're happy that you can see 30% of number 1, 30% of number 2, and 30% of number 3. I'm quite happy with the design. So here we are now, we've done our 3 different colours. What we're going to do now is called raising the grain. When you have your 3 colours next to each other, and you do this fairly fast, you don't want them to go hard, you get your trowel and you dab the surface. And this way you get little hints of each colour running into each other, and when we flatten it down, it's going to give us a really nice design. Okay, now that we've raised the grain on our 3 colours, we're going to use some water and a spritzer bottle. And we're going to give it a light sprinkle of water. We're not going to overload it, just a nice light sprinkle over the complete surface. And we'll wear our trowel slightly. And then at a 45-degree angle, nice and gently, with your trowel flat to the surface, not at an angle so you're cutting into your finish. Nice and flat to the surface. And you'll see all of our colours blending together beautifully. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. And okay, there we have our 3 colours blended together. We're going to allow that to dry for again about 4 to 6 hours, Then we're going to take a sea sponge and Roman piazza number 3, and we're going to highlight the edges to give it just that little bit more character and depth, and that'll be our final finish. So now that our texture design has completely dried, we give our sofas light scraping just to take any little nibs off or any sharp edges off of your finish. We then take our Celtic Castle number 3, which is the lightest of our 3 colours, using a sea sponge. Try not to overload your sea sponge by putting too much on, just a small amount. And what we're going to do is we're going to gently swipe the sea sponge over the surface at the same 45-degree angle. The sponge will catch the edge of the textured relief, highlighting the edges and give a real defined character to your finish. If you like your finish without the highlights, you always have that option too. And there we have our Roman piazza textured stone finish.